Here we are again. And for this video, we're gonna give that representation of Tupac. Very inspirational Gemini like myself. And a little history on why I like Pac so much. I remember I was in 8th grade. It was 19 summer of 89, fall of 90, somewhere around that time, I believe. Tupacalypse Now, his first album, was in the later, more earlier 90s, but it was I don't remember it completely, but I had bought his first album, then I bought his second album, and then so I just really liked the guy. So, but needless to say, this video, I wanted to, I was just sitting here contemplating, like I always do with my thoughts, and I feel self-dignity has turned into self-righteousness. And I fully believe that through a lot of individuals. I believe that self-dignity through one dignifying their self through means of, like I said, through being pre-consumed with their egos, with their stressors, with their life tasks, with everything that they're going through. So I feel the self-righteousness stems from those, but I feel some people have a hard time breaking and associating or deassociating self-righteousness from, still treating a person well and still and treating a person. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. It's off the top, and I don't edit. So the self-righteousness just makes that individual fail short to, like I had said before, to look at the individual and to sometimes understand certain things. I believe self-dignity is when you have dignity, you have respect, you have human emotion, you have emotion. Sometimes you may have over those qualities, like I do. Sometimes you care too much, like I do. Sometimes you want to help too much, like I do, which I love to do, and I'm gonna do, because that's me. Sometimes you want to see the good in the world so much that that's not going to happen, that you just don't know what to think. Sometimes you just feel that we are in a state of destruction, turmoil, and downfall. And we are not going to, by any means necessary, we will not ever change as a species. We will have change within the species, but we as a whole, as a human genome, on a level of change, on a psychiatric sort of psychological level of perception, of understanding differences, of coming together as a whole, of being one. You don't need the masses, you need the masses of one to create that change, to build that positivity, to initiate positiveness for our children and our children's children. I mean, I say it again. The children are lost. They're lost at school. There's no spiritual guidance. And what they don't get at the home, or what they do get at the home, You know, they need more than that. They need structure. They need a spiritualized realm sort of structure where they can understand the goodness of others and they can see these things where we're not so bombarded with cell phones, musicallys, video games, you know, all this other stuff that goes on. The I'm better than you. Your video sucks. My video's better. 1 minute one's friends with the, you know, and you know what it is? It's made to be that way because it's going to mess up and it's going to destructuralize our social structure. And that is why we have these issues. That is why. And that was a tangent. I'm sorry. But really it wasn't, because it ties in with the self-dignity and the righteousness. And obviously what I had just spit before was righteousness. You know, I got to be right, you got to be wrong. I got to have this, you know, over you. I have to have this much money more than you. I have to have all the power. I have to have the blinders on of the ego-driven self where I can't even comprehend somebody trying to help me because, well, I'm so much more above them, him or her. Why would I let them do anything to help me? Why would I listen to their advice? Well, that's your stupid ego, man. Well, you think you're that good? Obviously, if you were thinking about needing some help, you may not be as good as your ego is letting you to believe, because the ego is a falseness. It's false. It's a deception. It can be a benefit, but that's if one knows how to control it. And I struggle with that. I'll be honest with you guys and gals. I do all the time. It's very difficult, but I'm man enough to admit it. I don't care. I admit my faults all the time. I admit when I'm right and I'm wrong. I try to correct myself. I don't ever think I'm 100% right, and I don't ever play 100% right, because I'm not. And a guy could come and dismiss me just as much as I could come and dismiss someone else, because no one is ever right. We all learn from each other. We all gain from each other, and we all just need to come together as one brother and sister, like I said before. Love each other, you know, help each other, get us through these diseases, these ailments, these things that we're bombarded with, so much more together. Build a community. Thank you, everybody. Let's build this community up. You know, let's research, you know, and let's see what, you know, let's see what we can do. Let's find ways to just do better. And those that are doing great, God bless you. I'm happy for you. And I don't have any sour grapes, you know. I don't do that well. I didn't finish college. I'm trying to get there again, but I don't know if that's going to happen. You know, I do stuff here and there, odd jobs for work. I struggle, you know, but I'm always down to help somebody. I will always be there to lend a helping hand, and I don't ask anything for return. And I'm always there to help. And if anybody out there has a question on a disease, has a question on training, has a question on diet, has a question on how to train, has a question on programming a training system, whether it be to lose weight, to gain muscle, with weights, with cardio for losing weight, and with gaining muscle with cardio, depending, and with lifting. And I would appreciate that too, guys and gals. So thank you again. I just wanted to do that. I'm, you know, kind of bored, so just figured I'd give you another video. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.